Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of A Reasonable Man, starring me. So, where I kind of see this breaking down, not that laid down a formal format, but I want to cover some various topics, current events, as well as topics about business, basic finance to get started today. So one thing we're going to go over today, besides political goings on, I got some articles for that coming up later in the show. We're also going to cover some basics on finance. I want to take over time teach you guys some fundamentals to finance that you may or may not be aware of. So take a moment, get yourself something to drink, and then let's pop, just in case you make things different. By the way, see that? Carter Keaton. My friend Nate got married this last weekend. Was out at that event. It was a beautiful thing. Long time coming for them. Beautiful couple. Love in all the best ways imaginable, which is great. So anyway, a little bit about me for those who may be new to what we have, what goes on here. I'm the owner of IDIC. IDIC is dedicated to little entrepreneurs, hence the logo behind me. We also have a broadcasting company, which is a part of our products of our production system. And we're dedicated to helping entrepreneurs be better at what they do. What we've learned is over the years that sometimes they're not so good at some things, and so we made these businesses help them improve the things they need most improvement in. Because we believe here at IDIC, and there's more than us here, it's not just me, we believe here at IDIC that actually the organization going forward is going to serve entrepreneurs, because the entrepreneurs will be the lifeblood of this country. It's our belief. So, as the weeks go on, as we build on more content, I'm going to do my best to make it 90 minutes. Eventually, my goal is to get to a 90-minute show, which will be a little longer than most people. But the idea is you can stream this in your car, your background. Later on, play it while you're watching something or doing something else, I should say, working. You can listen to the background. So I pick this time of day, 3 to 4:30 on Monday. Most people are winding down their desk, doing some last-minute stuff. So we play me in the background, listen to our topics of the day, and hopefully find it worthwhile. So I want to roll into our first piece that we're going to cover today, which is finance, actually. Regular company jobs, but we have the blueprint, and its purpose is to help you in areas of finance. Both personally, your business, so that you can take those savings we identify, and we can move those things forward to help you for your marketing and other things that actually grow your business. Most people that own a business, they actually have trouble finding money that they would need to actually fix the marketing problems they have in their business. A lot of times, what we do is it's a matter of finding money that's not properly spent, maybe being like your insurance too high, or you refinance a loan, or you're spending more money on debt than you should, and you shuffle around and find some savings, and we can bring that savings into the business, and it helps fix some of the business financial problems, and we can move all that extra money into the growth part of the business. That's the blueprint process. So what we do. It takes about 60 days worth of time here to do it, and then 90 days for full implementation, and another 90 days to make sure you do it right. So if you notice the graphic on the side here, talk about debt and savings tips. Most Americans aren't aware, and if you watch the stats up on our network, most Americans aren't aware that there's a silent tax. It erodes their ability to create true wealth year over year. Now that tax is monetary policy back in the old days, to call it economic policy, but in reality it is a consistent, slowly eroding tax. It literally consumes your ability to grow your wealth. So I'll give you an example. Well, actually, matter of fact, just think about not gasoline because that's political. Just think about a bag of potato chips. Simplest thing. Back in the day, I'm not talking 50 years ago. Let's say 2008, 10 years ago. For $3.99, which today's going rate, I think, for a bag of the family size. That used to be 24 ounces. Now I challenge you, go to your cupboard, pull your $3.99 bag out, and it ain't 24 ounces anymore. It's probably close to half that. Which means that if the cost is doubled in 10 years, I mean, you've had a real cost of living increase of 7%. That means for you to have the same lifestyle, you'd have to grow more income 70%. Technically more than that compounds. Think on that for a minute. Did your income grow 70%? I know mine did in the last 10 years. So if it didn't grow 70%, holy cow. Well, that's the power of cost of living increases, as well as coupled in there is built-in inflation increase. And they've learned that the inflation, lots of people watch it, so they've been very, very diligent over the last 10 years, making sure not to show you any real inflation. But inflation's been happening quietly. Like I said, we just did the math. Right? And that's just one simple thing like potato chips. There's other stuff. This offsets some of it. So they have this consumer price index, and it won't show 7%. It'll show like 3.4 or something like that. That's because the adage goes that liars never figures always. No. Wait. No. Figures never lie, liars always figure. There we go. So it goes back to that adage, and that becomes prevalent in if you look at the numbers the way the consumer price numbers are done today. Good or bad, no matter, depends who's, what side camp you're on. Myself, I think that if we had a traditional banking standard, not what we're used to have for the last 80 years, but a traditional banking standard that was a fixed point of reference, wouldn't have a lot of that fluctuation. Companies would be able to truly increase prices, strictly on the needs, the prices went up. It made a more level playing field. So let's get back to my graphic on the other side. If you look at this graphic, it's debt and savings tips. And the average net worth, of old versus young Americans. So here we look at the fact that the average 50-something net worth $270,000. And the average 35-year-old younger got $43,000. But when you talk about this was back in 1987, net worth then, let's go 30 years later, the average 35 and young got $6,000 net worth. And the average person and older than that, like 50 and over, had $202,000. So you can see even then, the older people still lost quite a bit. But the young person, oh my gosh, no seeds. And they wonder why millennials are freaking out. Because they're negative or almost no money in their savings net worth. Matter of fact, there was a statistic the other day that said 10 less or basically 80% of Americans have $10,000 or less in savings. That's a staggering thought. And that doesn't mean that it's their bank account savings. 80%. It's crazy. I don't remember where I read it. Just that number alone, I was like, oh my god. I couldn't believe it. So maybe that's you. Maybe that one going, yeah, it's true. I'm living it. In that case, I recommend looking at gigs inside hustles, and that's a whole other program for another day. You check my Monday morning motivational day today, you'll see some of that stuff I covered there. But let's go on to the next piece. So the next piece talks about the total U.S. revolving debt. So if we're back to 2017, we have doubled our debt in the last 17 years. And the average credit card debt has also increased per person. So now it's now $90 the average credit card transaction, which that's also doubled in that time. So our revolving debt is Americans, we have literally doubled our credit card debt. That's crazy. That's 30%. So think about that, right? I mean, that 30% goes to the banks. So 30% of that debt being carried, so $3 trillion is $1 trillion of America's earnings goes to banks. $1 trillion. $1 trillion what we make. Because the average debt is like 20% to 30% of credit card debts. But let's even say 10%. 10% is still $380 billion. So you can see that we spend a lot of money on maintaining and having debt. So what happens is it affects the business owners too. So we have stuff like small business owners admit that using their credit cards they have to make their expenses. And then they do juggling. Do you guys do that? The whole shuffle. I got a zero balance. Oh wait, we'll find another zero balance. You keep rolling zero balance. A lot of times when you transfer, they charge transfer fee. Talk about it up front. You transfer and they whack you 3 or 4% interest. Equivalent. They call it the transfer fee though. And you're like, oh yeah, but I need to pay 12% over here. Okay, but you're going to have the next one again with reality paid probably 6 or 7% between the two is hopscotch. Does that make sense? That's why I usually tell people in our personal finance section of what we do here not to do that. I think the reasonable person, if they sat down and did math, just started to do that math is, it's hard, I get it. But if they sat down and did the math, they would actually find themselves better off making a structured payment plan with whoever their debt provider is, and telling them, hey, I want to close this account. Can I make negotiate a structured payment? I'll keep it with you. I'll roll it. Structured payment and pay it off. You'll find you may pay a little more, but in reality, though, you can terms, say paid off in 5 years, and they're going to have to bring it out to then, and you can get a locked-in rate, vary, and then you can work on paying the debt off faster, right? And you have a fixed payment. Payments are going up and down. You're playing the juggling game. That's part of the reason why we go through the process. We tell people to go through a process. If not with us, with other people, I don't know, everyone do it with. But we go through the process and say, okay, let's look at what you need to make your household run first. So, okay, the mortgage, pay car payments, insurance, all these things. Okay, now the debts are towards the bottom. Let's figure a way to manage this. And before you do all that, you should have put some amount, even if it's only 2% of what you got, into a kitty for later when times get hard. Or better yet, when you're ready to retire at some point down the road. You guys ever tried the Stevia Pop? It's really good. I'll pull it up on camera. It's called Zevia. Do you ever see that before? Zevia, yeah. It's really good. They have you can get it through Amazon. There's like a zillion flavors. I know Trader Joe's has it too, and I think even Aldi's. But really good. Diet Pop, 0 calorie. It's tasty. Anyway. So if you look down now to saving your money, some of the things they cover, you do coupons. I'm not a fan of coupons personally because I can never keep an order, never remember bringing it to the store, or I get something I forgot, or whatever the case is. So coupons almost never work for me. But maybe you guys have a system. You can share it here in the stream at some point. Text other people. System that you use to manage your coupons because I know for myself personally, the coupon thing I would never keep it down. But what I would always do is we do have a financial plan. We operate under, and I don't believe in budgets. I'm going to tell you all right now, it takes a very rare person to knock a budget out because budgets require a degree of accuracy that most people just can't put together because what happens is there's just stuff that happens. So pulls you out your budget and you get floating away from the budget anyway. So that's why I treat everything as an expense that has to be paid. So it might be whatever that expense is, you put it in order of mission critical first. So all the fixed expenses are first go, you know what they are. And all the variables are the variables, that's the ones that go below. So that's my little tidbit on debt and saving tips for personal stuff. Now I did do one also for next Wednesday I did for businesses. So let's close this one out. Yeah, let's pull out that one. All right, and this one, I back up here, hold on. And this I start talking about how you can do a financial plan. By the way, any of these graphics are available to you, just let me know. Be happy to send them over to you. And they're also probably somewhere else throughout our websites. All right, so the financial plan, that's your process, right? You need to set down for your household. You need to have one. Hire someone, Google it. I don't care what you do. You need to have a plan. The best plans. You need to have a plan. As we say around here, fail to plan to fail. Simple words. You have to have a plan. Most people don't help. They assume the plan says, oh, I've got to stay on this plan. I can't vary from this plan. This is my plan. And oops, someone off this plan, and now it's all ruined. I'm not doing any more plans. No. Now you have to adjust. Just like the old days for the old people. You'd have a car, you'd adjust the carburetor, or anything else needs tweaking. That's okay. In the software business called beta testing, it's the same theory, right? So you have your plan, set your plan, and you have your assessment period, set your goals, create the plan, execute. You come back around the fifth step. You're going to make it adjustments, tweaks, make sure it's good, then repeat steps 1 through 5. All over again. It's like magic. Still simple, but necessary. And doesn't really complex. Really doesn't. You can take all your fixed expenses. Okay, fixed expenses. All my variable expenses. All my variable expenses. Here's my net money. This is my money that I know that I can operate on what ifs. Right? And you put money aside for your long-term savings. That's your biggest expense. I'm saving $2 a month towards my retirement. I'm saving whatever that number is. Right? So that's what you need to work at. And that's basics of financial planning. You should review it at least once a year. Every 6 months if you're diligent, but at least once a year. And then we go through, shake it all down. For our clients, we usually have a year-end to come in. We tip the apple cart over with everything, sort all that out. Decide what has fixed or not. But this is a simple, reasonable way to deal with your financial process. And once you get this nailed down, it becomes a habit like anything else. It will alleviate so much of your stress you won't even know. Because what happens is how much time you spend at work sitting around worrying about your money. Check your bank account, check your bills, juggling your stuff all the time on the side note. Or if you're not doing the right thing, thinking about it when you get home or whatever. If you have a plan in place, you're not going to have those issues. Because you have a process. Trust me, life is so much easier to processes. There's time to be wild, carefree, time to be creative. There's also time for processes and implement them. It takes brain power away from there and focus on things that you want to do. Right? So that's financial planning in a nutshell. And like I said, hire somebody or do it yourself, Google it. There's lots of software out there actually that you can get on. A lot of banks nowadays even have things built in that you can use, which is really nice. I know I'm a flex myself, so they have cash budgeting software built in that's pretty useful. It's costing extra, so it makes it simple to help you track some of your financial stuff. And like I said, get someone to help you do it if you want to, outsource that job by paying somebody. So the next thing, because we do deal with entrepreneurs, and I'm going to assume a good chunk of this audience is an entrepreneur and wants to become one. I want to talk about business plans. And just like a financial plan, there's a process too, and it's completely doable. A lot of business owners find themselves struggling to get these basic things done. What they do a lot of times is they overcomplicate it, to be honest. The thing is, you think it's layers, stuff you need to do. You really don't. You need to identify the thing you do best. That's the first part. So we talk about step one. Think about your plan. Think about it. Okay, you want to start this business? How would you start this business? What's your vision behind this business? And that's some of the stuff we do in the print too. But what's your vision? Why are you really doing this? Think someone wants to do this besides you, or someone will buy your product or service, or is there a need? So you're going to think about that for a while. Let's start doing research. Are there other competitors in the industry? Is it really easy to start this business? There's a zillion people doing it. Like a great example of this, and realtors never think of themselves being in business by themselves. But no matter if they work for their own broker or not, whatever the case is, they're all in business for themselves. And they never think that way, but they do. The reason there's so many realtors is that there's actually called barrier to entry. So barrier to entry is very low for businesses like that, like real business, because all you get is one test, and a broker always going to hire you. You're going to pay them fees. So to them, they'll hire everybody. They don't care if you sell houses or not. But then you're on your own. Build your marketing strategy, how you're going to find clients, sell them a home, hopefully with a broker that's got decent execution. But all that's part of your business function. So that comes back down to planning. You want to plan. And no matter what the business is, you want to do any of them. Franchise is the same way. Franchise gives you an operational plan and a product plan. Then it's always the sales and marketing plan. Most times they're not very good at either of those processes. So again, you have the same deal. You need to make a plan, even if you bought a franchise. So you still need to do plans. Then once you get the plan in motion and you've got this vision concreted out, you're like, it's the direction I'm going. Charge. Then when you're doing that, you actually now want to go and stay focused. That's simple. Stay focused on your plan. It is easy to get distracted. I have it on my board in my office. I have a secondary screen, spaceman floating, and it's just stay focused on the vision. Right, so I remind myself every day when I sit down. I log into my computer. Off to the right, I'm moving around my desk. I have a constant reminder. Stay focused on the vision. So that's not everybody. You need because so many things that will distract you and pull you off the plan. So many. Then you figure out what your writing style is. You've done all this initial plan work, and you're focused, you're ready. If you start your style, you want to make the plan. You 40,000 foot initially, and then you build the details as you go, or do you want to walk through every detail? And maybe you don't know how to do any of that part. And that's where you can find somebody to help you, right? Help you nail that down. You get a coach or somebody, whatever the case is, and help them nail down those points for you. And they'll let you do it then. It's going to a clear vision of your own plan. For example, one of my clients. One of my clients came in, had a business idea. I said, here's the blueprint. He said, well, it's brand new, I'm not done yet. I've done something similar in another industry, but I've done it on my own. So what he thought was his plan, or what it was going to be, and it'd be totally different by the time he gets done with it 6 months later. And it's still growing today. That's what happens. Your first year, expect a lot of evolution in your plan. That gets back to tweaking it and through it and making sure that you're taking notes and being diligent as you go. Because there's a lot of rapid change in the beginning of your own business. And that's where you have a business plan. That's necessary. Now, when you're done with all this, you got the plan in place, you're ready to go. And by the way, the plan is not some 100-page document you're writing to go to college. Or you would write to graduate college, basically. It's not like that. That is just a waste. You need actionable steps, a format to choose to follow with, you can execute on every year, and that's it. But once you do that, then put it in place like a financial plan. Now you just keep going. Rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. That's all you gotta do. Seriously. And once you do that, it'll take care of itself because you're going to have a assessment period, you're going to go back, reevaluate. Remember, same rule every 6 months. I would say minimum for a business every 6 months. Personal finance every year, but a business probably every 6 months. I mean, look at the SEC and public traded companies. They're quarterly for that reason. So it's important to do your degree of tweaking. You gotta make sure because if you steer off course for whatever reason, you need to be aware of it. So you don't get so far, of course, you lose sight of the shore, or you float away with vision. Focus. So that's right now in financial 101s. We're going to cover some more as the weeks go on, but this is some of the basic things that you need to do. You need to start thinking about how to create a plan financially, and then also make your business the same way. Because the next step I want to go over is financial terms, so that we can talk about current financial events and help you guys begin to understand some of the goings on in that area. Because most people, I won't call them financially illiterate, but they've never been taught the fundamentals of financial structure. Some people hired people, and unfortunately, but the majority of Americans don't know it. And that's part of the reason that our government gets away with the crap it does. Because if you understood just what it's doing and why it does it right under your nose, you wouldn't put up with it. Not even a tiny bit. But you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So they know that. They count on it. So let's cover our next topic. Now, as we go forward the show, eventually I'll have commercial breaks and all this stuff in second segments. But luckily today's the first show, so it's easy. We're just going to click along and roll through all the stuff we got to cover. So the next thing I have that I want to cover today is actually politics. So I have this article, pulls up here, from good old Fox News. I know, Fox News, everybody hates it. Booga booga booga. Yeah, you don't like Fox News. Okay, here's the deal though about Fox News. Out of all the syndicated news channels out there now, they're the closest to following the real narrative. Not their own narrative, the real narrative. And by that I mean just the fact that most people that sit in Congress
Joining me on the phone now to react, Ohio Congressman Brad Wenstrup. Congressman, like, you know, there was a time when CIA directors were discreet, you know, when they took their...
But you can. And I want you to kind of understand some of the stuff that's going on right now. So right now the CIA director, Brennan's complaining about his loss of security clearance. I got some friends that are in federal services now. And no offense to all of you, but you all should lose your clearance the second you retire. Sorry, you're no longer an employee. You no longer get clearance. Same thing happens in corporate America. The day I'm unemployed from them, the day I lose my ability to poke through corporate email, to wander in and out of the building at whim, you don't have any more of those privileges. You're not an employee anymore. You're not part of the organization anymore. Same thing for these high-ranking officials. Because here's what happens. And this is what the article covers. They go back and they sell their clearance. And it doesn't mean they may be giving up state secrets. They might be. But because they have clearance, people pay them more money. They pay more money for their interviews. They pay them more money for the articles they write, the books they generate. Comes back down to money. Always, always, always follow the money. In the world of politics, it is about the money. It pains me to say that, but that's another part of the reasons I'm not in them, because when I found out just how much it was about the money and how little it was really about correcting the course or acting on the Constitution and the will of the people, I became so disenchanted. I can't even tell you. For years, I was just like, I'm just done. But at faith, the system is right in itself. You know, favorite quote I use all the time, and we'll cover this article in a second, is that Winston Churchill said once, he goes, America always makes the right choices after she's exhausted every other one. Genius. Honest to God. Because that's the truth. We'll screw up 9 ways to Sunday a few times, and then eventually we make the right choice. But this article, what happened is even the special ops people, so Brennan's own people, turned on him and said, look, you took your political position and put it before the needs of the organization, your position that you were in, the trust that people made for you. You put it before all of that for your own gain. So, yeah, you should lose your clearance, and yeah, you need to can it. And so that's what this article is really about. And I gotta tell you, like I said, in short, that's the least, or I should say that's like the biggest thing, or the least that he deserves. I mean, personally, left to me, there's a lot of stuff that's gone on there. And, you know, politically, myself, for those you don't know, you know, I had my druthers. I would have took Rand Paul initially, but he didn't make the primaries, and I know why Trump won, so I get it. And I'm all good with Trump being POTUS, because, you know, it's going to take someone that has the backbone he does to stand in the muck and not get sucked in by it. And regardless, again, what you think, I get it. You got your own opinions, and it doesn't work that way. You don't agree with it. It's okay, that's good. And civil discourse of these opinions is what we need to be having. Not rage fests, not people being unreasonable on one end or the other. Like every time, and I'm talking to both sides of you, anytime you call your fellow American an idiot, or you call them favorite ones like Democrats or Nazikins, I've heard like all kinds of crap. All of them on both sides. You erode the conversation. You're taking away what really needs to happen. What needs to happen is that reasonable people, you need to be reasonable about your conversation and civil. Sit down and in open dialogue discuss this stuff. Because at the end of the day, I can promise you, there's not a single American here in this country that has children, that loves their kids, loves their neighbors, loves their family, that doesn't want to see this country succeed. If you're not one of those people, I don't know why you're here. And if you think the current system is the enemy, I don't know why you're here. The system has been hijacked, but you don't hijack a bad thing. Just think about that, will you? If the system in this country was so horrible, they wouldn't have bothered to corrupt it. They wouldn't bother to try to stay in control of it. They would have wrecked it and left. Like a car, like a rental car. They would treat it like a rental car, right? And drove it into the wall and walked off. They didn't do that, though. this country is in the process of finding itself again. I believe that. And what you're going to see as time goes on, there's going to see this revelation start to happen as we start to realize just what was happening in our name as we were asleep at the wheel and what has to be done to fix it in our name. But you'll see that. And this article talks about that to a degree, like I said, because they're pretty mad at him for selling out everybody like he did. And truly he did. He sold everyone out. And you can see some people on here that, they talk about it in depth, what Brennan did. And there's a lot of articles out there that may not necessarily represent that, but at least this Fox one talks about the reality of what Brennan did to sell out in the name of money. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's the worst thing possible. Because we put you in the public trust. The public entrusted you to be above the norms of societal standards for character, societal standards for just about everything. The public trusts you to deliver, right? To go forward and be like, okay, I got this, watch this, and I got your back. And the people that we trusted weren't worth the trust. And we're starting to realize that. And I don't think it's not just the elected officials, it's all the ones that have been around after the election. The state of the deep state, the ongoing bureaucracy of Washington, they've sold themselves. And for what purpose, really? But they've sold themselves. And that is what we're seeing now, like I said, come to correction. But at any rate, it'll all flush out in the end. I believe it in my heart of hearts. So we'll see where it all goes. And over time, expect this segment as we talk will probably get longer as we discover some other things in depth. But I wanted to grab this article today relatively because it's really current to what's going on, and it's the most recent outcoming to helping solve like the thing that's captivated the POTUS's election and the narrative of the mainstream media for like 18 months. The whole Russian collusion, the whole Trump must be dirty, he's Putin's puppet. I've heard it all. In reality, it's not close to that even in a tiny bit. But you won't know that for now. It's going to take time because, like I said, because the corruption's gone so deep. It's hard. You got to sift through it. So that's what's taking time. It's got to be due process of law. Because if you break the law, then you're actually, in turn, you're no better than those who broke it and just sold out. Great example of this actually was George Bush when he said that when he was president after 9/11, he said we have to bend the Constitution to protect it. He said that. And then he wrote the Patriot Act, which stole your Fourth Amendment rights. You know what your Fourth Amendment rights are? You should know them. Because a right is not a privilege, it's a right. Your Fourth Amendment rights protect you from undue process and seizure of your assets, yourself, your person. You must have process. And that is what they're doing. They're following the Fourth Amendment. And that's what's happening now. That's why it's taken a long time, because as it says, the POTUS says a witch hunt, they've been trying to use every roadblock possible. They don't want the public to find out just how much corruption there is. They want the status quo to stay what it is, because they can sell that for billions of dollars. Billions. And those billions of dollars go to their pockets. They do whatever they want with them. And we as Americans in the background, feeling the abandoned kids, are just being played for suckers. So this has to change. It's changing. And you're starting to see cracks in their defense. And these are some of the cracks. Brennan's actually one of the biggest cracks in the dam yet, to be quite honest. And I don't think they have enough fingers to plug all the holes that this crack has made. I think you're going to see that, like I said, as we go forward and we start moving towards helping ourselves, or moving towards the Constitution as our primary rule of law instead of being the afterthought, which it was for many decades. And it kept moving further away from that as things with all pendulums, I think we're swinging back to it, but with a ferocity back the other way, which is good. Because the Constitution guarantees liberties and rights to everybody. And in the end, that's what we all want anyway, right? So that's not my political ranting for now. There'll be more in weeks to come. Feel free at any point through here, though. Leave comments on this wherever you are and you read it. Let me know what you think. Anything you'd like to see me cover, topics, stuff like that. Bring them up. Love for some show ideas. I eventually want to get some guests, too, on here. I want to have some of them on. We do some interview-style stuff. So I look forward to doing that, too. Or if you have a guest that you'd like me to talk to, maybe, in some degree or depth, we'll do that. So now for my favorite segment of the show. Well, it's not that I've done it like so many other times, but let's cover the section on inspiration. So, hi guys. So, what or who inspires you? That's my question. For me, I have a lot of things I'm inspired by a lot. One is inspired by the love that my wife gives me. I'm a happily married man of 15 plus years, and love is important and inspires me every day. Some of the things I do for intellectual inspiration, I read a lot. 4 hours a day. Four. Every day. Now, biggest problem I have is finding 4 hours worth of reading material that isn't repetitive or I haven't read a lot of it yet. So I end up going on like these rabbit holes where I read tons of stuff about one thing for a long time. Period of maybe a couple weeks, 2 months, and I learn tons of details about it because it's consuming my part-time job. A part-time job reading, basically. And then the other thing, there's people that I like too that inspire me. They're leadership speakers, like Robin Sharma. You ever come to my office, you'll see I got a Robin Sharma on my wall. A huge fan of him. My friend of mine, long time, Scott recently introduced me to him. Been a friend ever since. One of his books is called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Go read it. It's really good. Robin Sharma is something between Gary Vee and Tony Robbins. They came over, they hung out, did a secret handshake, treat notes, and in the middle, Robin Sharma copied all of them and made a blended version. But he's not like super bombastic like Gary Vee, and he's not super hyper like Tony Robbins. But does have a spiritual bent like Tony, and he has a business bent like Gary Vee. So it's kind of this hybrid. Nice guy out of Canada. His thing is tighten. If you're tighten your industry or tighten what you do, whatever that's his the word that he uses. But he's really good. I like him. Some of the things that inspire me are entrepreneurs, honestly. I am constantly inspired by the innovative ability of people to see what is unseeable and attempt to solve it. I just baffles me all the time. I mean, like the simple stuff. Like I don't know, like pen. It's pen on my desk. I have a pen. Right. This pen. Some point in time, somebody sat down and felt to me that there was a problem that they could solve. And over time, innovation kept happening to this pen. One time, remember like the quills, dip, right? And then if I create a chamber, hold ink innovation. If I had this little clicker now so the ink doesn't dry out innovation. People have these smartphones now. I'm going to put a rubberized top on the end of this so they can use it on their smartphones and stylus. Innovation. That creative space of constantly moving the ball forward in your head. Amazing. Inspires me every day. Honestly, guys, it's the best because that's the great expression of creativity. So artists inspire me. I can't say that I'm a named artist, but I have people who do art that do inspire me. I'm awed by that and nature. Planting your feet in the ground and some big long grass, standing by a lake and letting the sun smack in the face. That doesn't warm you up to your soul, give you inspiration. And also meditation. I meditate every day as well. At least 15 minutes. Others have quote by Buddha. I'm gonna paraphrase it. I screwed up anyway. But it says those who do not have time to meditate 15 minutes a day should then meditate an hour. So I paraphrase it. I know it's not the exact quote, but that's the meaning of saying that. Look, you can't find 15 minutes in your day. Center yourself, quiet your mind, find a moment to be inspired. Skip. Next. You need an hour. Clear out the rest of your time. Go sit down. Yourself in the corner. Work to find that source of inspiration. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy for a lot of people. But once you get in the habit with everything else, doing it works amazing. You'd be surprised. But I think some of the things inspire me. But I'd love to know the things that inspire you. So at the end of the year, as you go along and make some notes, let me know. Let other people watch this know what inspires you. So they can say, all right, we agree. They think it's pretty awesome, or you might disagree. It's completely different. Who knows? I don't. But I know this much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day today to listen to me, to share my first episode with me. I will improve over time, promise. But right now I kind of got stuff laid out. They will get better. And I look forward to seeing these rebroadcasted through our broadcasting network by the end of the month, which that'll go really well. Maybe actually this month, at the end of September, when I say the end of the month. But by the end of September, before my birthday in October, the goal is to start the syndication process of all these shows we have scattered everywhere throughout my Facebook pages and YouTube pages and all this stuff. We're going to put them all together under one roof and let you guys enjoy them all in the poop. So that being said, I look forward to having more chats with you in the future. Until then, make the most of your week. Take care. We'll see you guys later.